Arizona's
Yeah.
highways are infamously boring. Nothing but hills, up, down, up, down. There's nothing interesting to look at. Both sides of the road are smothered in nondescript shrubs. It's the part of the country where you just zone out and drive on autopilot. When we finally see a sign for the town of Chinle, right next to the canyon, it feels like we're approaching the promised land. Marina looks up from the book she's reading just in time to miss the sign.
Is that it? You there yet?
Nah, 40 miles to go still, so about half an hour.
I think that still counts as you're there.
Yeah, it's not that far of a distance. She makes it,
Yeah.
she makes it sound like a pop balloon and goes back to reading. We take an exit into a tiny excuse for a town, one of those places that has a gas station and a few old houses. It's like in Monopoly where you buy up all the property you can, even though it's not that great.
Monopoly sucks.
It's not a very nice thing to say about a town either.
Yeah, like, you ever compare a town to actual Monopoly? Because, like, I'm sorry, I just have, like, a lot of up rage about Monopoly. Is that
Marina repeats her earlier question as I slow down to turn left. Nope, almost. I don't even know what this place is called. She makes the pop
was a
balloon.
sign?
Yeah,
Was a sign?
yeah, she makes a pop balloon noise again, but leaves the book closed. When we finally reach Shinlei, it's pretty obvious. This is the first real town. This Amber's so mean. We've seen in hours. The outskirts are industrial, dominated by what I assume are factories. A pair of stray dogs lope along the side of the road, hungry and lean. Marina makes a sound of sympathy, pressing her face against the glass as we pass them.
Amber?
We're not getting a dog!
They're so cute! We could dress them up in a bandana and
No way, I've never gotten why people want to dress their pets up like people.
cute.
Marina pouts. I figured she was just joking, but she didn't actually think I would let her get a dog, right? Seems that all is forgiven by the time I pull into a gas station. She's bouncing in her seat over unusual enthusiasm, or maybe it's her bladder. My second guess must have been correct, because as soon as I shut off the engine, she darts out of the RV and into the store. When she does that, I fuel up. No telling when we will see. The next gas station could be 100 miles, and this thing drinks gasoline like a thirsty dog drinks water. By the time I finish, Marina still isn't back, so I lock up and head inside. The store is devoid of other customers. It's unremarkable, with the usual selection of candy, chips, and overpriced beef jerky. I'm not hungry, just passing time. Soon, Marina trots out of the bathroom, glancing around. She spots me and heads over. Want anything?
Ah, let's see.
I leave her to agonize over the candy bars while I flip through some of the travel brochures beneath the window. There are a couple about Canyon de Chelly, which is our destination just up the road. There are flyers for other Arizona attractions too, including the non-local ones. Of course, there are a few brochures for the Grand Canyon, plus a couple must-see sites in Phoenix, the capital. There's even an ad for a novelty just called The Thing in Tucson. That's far out of the way.
Okay, I'm ready.
I turn around. Marina has a couple king-sized candy bars in her hands, and a large bottle of Coke tucked under her arm. You seriously need all that?
I thought we could share.
She gives me her best offended puppy impression. Fine, fine. I still don't want anything, but I can't say no to that. Here, I'm gonna use the bathroom too. Meet you at the car. Place my wallet atop the pallet of candy she's carrying and send her toward the attendant. When I come back out of the bathroom, Marina's still talking to the clerk. There's a bag in her hand, so she must have already finished paying and gone distracted talking. I join the two of them. Do you want to do the clerk or should I do the clerk?
Can do the clerk.
What?
Can do the clerk. Can do the clerk.
Okay. Closed off, so only the guided tours are open right now. Marina looks like she's seen a ghost. What's up? I take my wallet from her. It's just sitting forgotten on the counter.
I was just asking about the canyon and the tours and stuff.
The clerk nods. Yep, I was saying how if you're here to sightsee, you might have some trouble. A lot of it's closed off because of all the kids coming and causing trouble looking for treasure. Damn, I'm not surprised, but that's frustrating. What isn't closed off? Well, there's still some tours you can go on. Most of them, I think. But you can't do the self-guided ones. Marina looks at me, eyes wide. Clearly she's expecting some solution from me. I just smile at the attendant. Got it, thank you. And let a dumbstruck Marina out of the store. Time to do some crimes. As I unlock,
Yeah.
as I unlock the RV, Marina prances around me.
What are we gonna do?
Well, I'm gonna take a nap. She stops.
Huh?
I'm tired, so I'm gonna nap for a bit. I checked one of the pamphlets and there's a tour at 6:30, so we'll just join that and sneak off.
Your own?
Yeah. Her eyes go wide again.
Amber, you're a genius.
I twist a lock of my hair around my finger and glance away. Her constant compliments are a little embarrassing, especially for stuff that seems obvious to me. Thanks. It's not that much of a plan, though.
Yeah, but at least it's a plan. I thought we were gonna have to just give up or something.
Nah, rules are made to be broken and all that. I feel a bit guilty that we'll be breaking rules specifically put in place because of people like us, but I can safely say that we'll be more careful than the average treasure hunter. Just picturing Maria, I can easily see her smashing down ancient ruins in her search. But yeah, wake me up at 5:30 unless you're going to nap too.
I'm not tired anymore, so I'll just read some more. It's
Alright, good night.
the middle of the day.
Yeah. I leave her up in the front as I head back to my bed and fall into it. After bunching up my blankets around me, it doesn't take long to fall asleep. Oh, it's the...
Chapter 2. Uh,
of
chapter 2?
how many, I don't know.
I don't know, like, the chapter divide screen, or is it just, like, title screen 2?
I'm not sure. Um, I wake up slowly, fighting to keep my eyes open. In the back of my head, I feel like something is wrong. It takes a minute before I realize I've overslept. It's 5:45. Marina's supposed to wake me up 15 minutes ago. Marina? I call her name, but get no response. Rolling out of bed, I massage my eyes and stumble up towards the front. Of course she's asleep, sprawled out on the dash, with her head buried in her arms. Looks like she's been out a while. Jerking her by the shoulder, I shake her awake.
Stop, Amber.
Her speech is slurred by sleepiness. I ignore the temptation to make the not you joke. How's the book you're reading?
Great. Just put it down to...
A look of shock spreads across her face. Mounting horror takes over as she realizes the time.
Oh God, I'm so sorry. I was just gonna nap, but then I forgot. An alarm, I mean. Pick me up.
Yeah, that's what alarms are for. Freaking out, she hardly tries to buckle her seatbelt, failing several times in her frenzy. I pat her on the shoulder as I sit down. It's not even a big deal, but she's so worked up. It's cool, we're not late yet. Ready to go? Marina just nods, staring at the floor. I buckle up and turn the key. The engine roars to life and I throw it in reverse. I have to crane my neck to make sure I don't run over anyone. Road signs direct us out of town, towards the canyon. After spending so long on the highway, going down these streets with lower speed limits feels restrictive. From the corner of my eye, I watch Marina. She's being abnormally quiet. She fixes her hair, pops her knuckles, and rubs her shoulders. She doesn't say anything. Finally, I cave. What's wrong with you?
What do you mean?
Her tone of voice is stressed. Maybe I'm more intimidating than I think. You're being weird. Super quiet.
Um,
Um?
didn't know if you were mad at me or not.
What, for falling asleep? She nods. No, I'm not mad. Trust me, you'd know for sure if I was. I told you it wasn't a big deal, didn't I?
Promise?
Yeah, I promise. Marina bounces in her seat, immediately cheerier.
Be cool, because, like, if you were mad at me already, that would be a bad sign.
Sign of what?
We wouldn't be good partners, you know, treasure hunting buddies.
Oh, we're partners now, are we? You're the sidekick, right?
No way, I'm totally the main character. We're here because of me.
I laugh, causing her to turn away, smiling. She's a lot cuter when she smiles. Amber's like hardly hiding it at this point. I've been smiling more too, I realize. As I think that, it starts to make me sad again. Do I really deserve to be smiling right now? That's heavy.
Amber?
Huh? Like she read my mind. Marina snaps me out of it.
Listen to Super Crush again.
You seriously liked that one? Super Crush was one of those groups that Grandpa loved to show off to other people because they were so weird. All of the members played different instruments on each album, so it was like a whole other band every time.
Yeah, was different. In a good way.
That's definitely true. With one hand on the steering wheel, I dig around in the bin of tapes by my feet. I remember I flick my gaze between that and the road. Eventually I find what I'm looking for. It's a Halloween orange case of text that looks like slime. Remember CD players?
Remember, my little brother, like, got into CDs for a while, so, like, he has, like, a Walkman, but, like, 4 CDs.
Huh. Wow.
Didn't even know those existed, and, like,
Yeah. It's like a portable CD player, I guess.
yeah, but, like, how CDs are too big, so wouldn't that just be, like, cumbersome or something?
Maybe. I guess I'd have to see how it works. But that
Yeah.
sounds. It's so weird that like CDs would be like retro now. God.
With VHS players, I used to watch Barney tapes all the
Yeah.
time, and,
Oh
like,
my god. I feel old. Which is a bad sign considering I'm only 20. But I guess part of me would also say I'm already 20. But I don't
yeah.
know. When it starts to play, Marina hums along. She's almost on key. Guess she liked enough to remember how the songs go. I crank the volume up, earning a grin from Marina. The sound is tinny and distorted at this level. More distorted than usual, I mean. But it's also more fun. Our smiles last all the way until we roll into a near-empty parking lot. As I turn the volume back down, I can tell she's thinking the same thing as I am.
Remember?
Yeah?
There be, like, other people waiting here?
They probably should. What time is it? Marina twists around to check. 6. Oh, sorry.
20.
What the hell? Did they start early? There are other cars around, but they're all unoccupied. My parking job is hasty and I take up 2 spaces, but I don't bother to correct it. Oh, it's dark out. We hurry out of the RV. I almost forgot the key in the ignition and have to double back to grab it. Marina's already over at the information desk, probably talking to a ranger. But then she turns back to me, the despair on her face visible even though it's getting dark.
There's no one here.
There aren't any lights on inside either, probably closed at 6. I vaguely recall reading that in a brochure, but I thought there would be at least someone around for the tours. I like this background, don't panic. I jog back to the RV and unlock it again. Rummaging through the glove box, I pull out the little blue flashlight that Gramps gave me a few years ago. I click it on and off a couple of times to make sure that it works. After I lock everything back up again, I join Marina by the unhelpful help desk. She's bouncing on her heels, hands clasped together. Hey, it's alright. Worst comes to worst, we'll just do it tomorrow.
What if someone else finds the treasure tonight?
I don't have an answer for that one. Guess we'll have to catch up then, huh? Turning on the flashlight, I swing the beam around. While there's still some daylight left, it isn't much. Maybe half an hour at most.
Trip to what?
The tour group's silly. Even if we're late, they still can't have left that long ago. And they'll be stopping a bunch, so we should be able to find them easily.
Yourself?
Her voice is almost a squawk, like a surprised parrot. Well, yeah, I don't see anyone else around, do you? I swivel around, illuminating nothing but rocks and bushes. Come on, it'll be fine. It's not like there are gonna be bears or mountain lions this close to a parking lot.
What kinds of things live here?
If she didn't know that, then what was she afraid of? Probably. I don't know, but come on, we're wasting time. Marina whimpers. Then, surprisingly, she grabs my hand. Hers is sweaty and warm. I turn and look at her, and meet her wide eyes. It looks like she might cry, and makes me regret being so pushy. We don't have to do it if you don't want to. She shakes her head, but clings to me like a kid, her free hand buried in my clothes. If it were any brighter out, she'd see my face turn red.
Like I said, if we don't go now, someone else will beat us to it. Close, okay?
Yeah, of course. She lets me lead, but doesn't let go of my hand. A large wooden sign makes a start of the trail. So, are you scared of the dark? No answer. But you were fine at Shiprock.
What's different?
Marina's arm jerks, but she doesn't let go.
What's a town? What's in a town? With people. Roads. Mountain lions.
The temptation to tease her more is strong, but I don't. Every time a bird coughs or something that makes the bushes shake, I feel her flinch a little. Somehow, even this side of her is cute too. A little childish, sure, but it's nice to have her rely on me to keep her safe. To take her mind off things, I make small talk. So what are you gonna do once you're filthy rich from the treasure?
Are you what?
I ask what you'll do if you share of the treasure.
Oh, I'm not sure yet. I haven't thought about it.
We're already looking, you don't even have a plan for it?
It was a spur of the moment thing. What about you, huh?
I don't know either.
I'm not.
Yeah, but I wasn't planning on looking for it, you know? I haven't spent as much time thinking about it. I glance behind me to see Marina stick out her tongue, and I laugh. But, let's see. I definitely need to pay off Gramps' hospital and funeral expenses. After that, I guess I should probably get the motorhome fixed up. It's not gonna break down on us or anything, but it's kind of old.
Not just buy a new one.
Hell no. My response comes out snappier than I intended. It's just that it has sentimental value, you know? I'd rather keep that than buy a newer, better car. I grew up in that thing. I could never just replace it. And after that, I'd probably just keep doing what I was doing before I met you.
What's that?
Wandering.
You want to stop wandering sometimes?
My steps slow a bit. It's an innocent question, but it hits me hard. Not yet. No. I whisper it. Marina catches up next to me, dropping my hand as she does so.
'Cause I'm not the only one without a goal.
I poke her in the side and she squirms a couple feet away.
Ow!
Dork. It's hard to stay sad around her. As we turn around a curve in the road, the tour group comes into view. Just as a cluster of people, most of them armed with flashlights. It's hard to know for sure, but I can see at least a dozen different figures. The tour guide is shining his light up at a rock face, illuminating some designs on it. Everyone has their back to us. Try to be as sneaky as possible. want to join up without them noticing, like we've been here the whole time. If anyone notices us show up, they might notice when we leave.
Do we have to join up in the first place?
I don't know how to get to the ruins we're looking for. We'll stay with the group until the tour gets there, and then we'll sneak off. Marina nods. Okay, follow my lead. And remember, be as quiet as you can. Creep forward slowly. If someone were to turn around and see us, we'd look pretty suspicious, but nobody does. The lecture on petroglyphs gets their full attention. Marina kicks a rock and I tense up, expecting that to break the spell. But we're close enough now that if it did, it might not matter. We reach the back of the tour group without anyone noticing. I give Marina the thumbs up when she returns.